Hello, hello, you beautiful souls. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Michelle. We talk all things life, love, spirituality, law of attraction, and all of that juicy goodness. I'm an intuitive reader, a manifesting coach, a Reiki practitioner, and a life path guide and mentor here to help you along your awakening journey. Essentially, so that you can co-create the life of your dreams. And in this video, we are going to dive into how you can revise your past to create a better future. So right now, I want you to write down on a piece of paper everything that you do not like about your life right now, anything that is not favorable. On the left, it's called the contrast. It's what you don't want. So for example, I'm just going to air my dirty laundry. I don't like the fact that I attract people who are emotionally unavailable. They're not willing to, they don't have the capacity to step out of their own lives and their own pain and their own suffering to wonder about me and to care about me. And this is a pattern that I've developed from my childhood. And I am learning to revise my childhood. I'm learning to create a whole new story. So in my imagination, I see my childhood as little Michelle grew up with such unconditional love. She had people showing up for her when she needed them as soon as she came home. And if she took a test that day or if she had to perform at something, there was somebody waiting at the door wondering how she did and encouraging her and asking her, how did that make you feel? Not good boy or good girl, good job, Michelle. It was, Michelle, how do you feel? How do you feel in your body right now? Maybe if I'm quiet, my mom comes and hugs me and just says, I just wanted to hug you just because I love you. So all of those things never happened to me as a kid. And I'm learning about the law of assumption from my friend Hedley Durenzi. Go over to her channel, subscribe. She's amazing. I'll link it below, but she teaches all about the law of assumption. Her channel is so refined and so perfect, and she just has a certain way of saying it that can help all of us better understand it, because some of the older teachings are hard to understand and grasp. But when she says it, it clicks. So I've been practicing this in my own life because I don't want to keep attracting people of all kind. Doesn't have to be an intimate partner. Could be just friendships or coworkers. I don't want to keep attracting people who are not showing up for me the way I show up for them. So I've done all this inner work to be able to have space in my body to say, hey, how are you feeling? I notice your energy's off. Do you need a hug? And it's about time that I get that back. So for you, whatever is on your contrast list, I want you to write it down, right? You have it. And now I want you to think about your past. I want you to get to the root. Ask yourself, why am I attracting this icky situation over and over and over again? Why am I not attracting my desires? And it could be money. You might have a money story that, you have to work really, really hard to receive money. And it was from childhood. It's from maybe watching your parents really struggle to make it financially or just to be even. Maybe they were always in debt, or maybe they went bankrupt, or maybe you lost your house, or maybe you had to move so many different times. So now your self-worth and your belief system is saying that we're not worthy of staying somewhere, having money, keeping it, and being stable. So you now might be attracting in your life all of these situations that are showing you you're in suffering, you're in struggle, you're always in debt. Maybe you're always moving because you can't afford the rent where you're at. And you have this money story in the back of your head and you keep attracting the same thing. So let's revise it. Let's go back to that childhood and imagine yourself in a steady home your whole childhood. You're in one home. Your parents are freely buying things. They are working and sharing their gifts with the world, and they're coming home feeling so accomplished with the work that they're providing our world. And they're saying, I just got paid this much and it feels so good to have this balance. Do you guys all want to go on a vacation? Let's go celebrate. More money's coming in next month. This is going to be great. So you start playing out these scenarios where money was not an issue. And then think about the adult that you're becoming as that child who received a stable childhood where money was not an issue. Who are you now as that adult? You're somebody who attracts stability. You attract money everywhere you go. You know how to share your gifts with the world. You know how to earn money. You are literally a different person now. So when we're manifesting, a lot of times we have these hidden stories in the back of our head from our childhood, and our reality is showing us a reflection of that. So if you're wondering what your internal story is, just look at your life. Look at your contrast list. That is your story. My one friend, and she was constantly traveling for her company that she works for, and she would consistently get sick on her travels. She had the story that when she travels, she gets sick. I don't even know if she was aware of it at the time, but I was aware of it. And it's just a mindset. It's almost like we expect it to happen because we've been told that that happens. So now you're creating more of it. So once we identify, so her thing on her contrast list might be, I get sick when I travel, or I'm always getting sick in the winter, or I am always attracting a boss that is not kind to me, or my coworkers are always driving me nuts. And you have to look at, well, what's the root of that? What is the story in your head? That you can never have wonderful people to work with, that everything is always a drain and everybody's always pulling on your energy. Pause, go back to your childhood and rewire that child and turn them into the person who attracts everything and has stability and has joy. You are literally living in a bubble, and this is your own bubble. It's like a movie, right? And you are co-creating every single day whatever is in that bubble. So whatever's on that contrast list, whatever's in the bubble that you do not like, you can change it. Even if it's a health issue, you can rewrite that story. You can talk to yourselves. Your body listens to you. So everything in our bubble, in our lives, is in our control. And yes, there are certain things like the loss of my daughter, the loss of my dad, certain people getting sick. Like these are sometimes pre-written, like what is meant to be for us in our soul's journey. And we have to have these catalysts, these moments that will spark the awakening, that will spark us to wake up to our higher purpose. So we're not in control of everything in our bubble, but for the most part, we are. And we can create a new story in every single minute. We can revise the past to become a different person in the present moment to then let that seep into our future. And they say time doesn't exist. So if we are being in the present moment, the person that has the thing and has the money, we are then that person in the past, and we're then that person in the future, because it all exists at one time. So the only thing that matters is that you are becoming the person that you want to be in the present moment. And if it helps you to get rid of the old story by going back to the past and revising it, then do it. If this doesn't resonate with you and you don't feel good about it and you feel like you're good and your reality is, maybe you can fight that contrast list another way, go for it. I'm just here to share what has worked for me. And I'm seeing progress in my energy just by revising my past. I feel different about my parents. I feel different about me. I feel different about the actions that I'm taking and who I'm giving my energy to and where I'm pulling back my energy. I'm being different. And when we're different, then we get different results. So if you need help learning about all of this, please book a session with me. Everything is below in the description box. I am so happy that you're here. And I truly, truly want to help you co-create the life of your dreams. I want you to be in your bubble and only be attracting the best things, the things that are here for you that will help you expand and become more loving, and you can appreciate the small moments, because that is what life is really about, right? And it's a game. And imagine if you learn that and then you learn the money game, life becomes free. And you are free to play in that bubble instead of always trying to just survive in that bubble. So like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell. Thank you so much for supporting my channel, and I will see you all in the next one. All right, peace out.